Hey there, I'm Lydia, and in this video I'm going to talk about being 27 weeks pregnant, being at the end of the second trimester, going into the third trimester of pregnancy, what the symptoms are like, and how big baby is this week. So we're gonna jump right into it. Thank you so much for watching and following along on this pregnancy journey of baby number 2. At 27 weeks, baby boy is about the size of a bunch of bananas. At least that's what my app says. Other apps will say about the size of a cauliflower or around 2 pounds. Also, he's about 14.5 inches tall, growing, getting stronger, definitely kicking a lot, and I can tell that he's getting bigger. This week, I have really noticed that I have gotten bigger. I feel like my stomach has gotten so much bigger and looks more pregnant and more like a baby bump. I am at the end of the 6th month of pregnancy, and this week marks the end of the second trimester. So going into the third trimester and only have a few short months left to go until we meet our baby boy. I have had some different symptoms in the last week or so, and I feel like there has been a shift that has happened where I am getting more of those late pregnancy symptoms that are just uncomfortable, and I have felt that my stomach's getting bigger. It's harder to move around. I have to make more space for myself going through doors and things like that. I have a shelf now, so I can fit like a little coffee cup on my on my tummy, and so that's pretty fun, just to know that he's growing and doing good. But also I look very pregnant, and it's pretty obvious to people now, being 6 months pregnant and almost 7 months pregnant. It's amazing. I feel like it's going faster at this point, and I can't believe that it's already entering the third trimester, but here we are. I have had some swelling and some different aches and pains that have just come along with later in pregnancy, and some of those are around ligament pain and just muscles achy. It's harder to get out of bed, and I'm like rolling out of bed and like groaning. My toddler will copy me, and so like I'll sit down and go you know, and she'll copy me and do the same thing, or I'll say whoo, and she'll do the same thing, and I realize that I am making a lot of weird noises. A few uncomfortable things that are symptoms at this point are just uncontrollable gas, and I can't control it anymore, and that's just part of being pregnant. Is your body is doing so many things, and it's not your own anymore. It's not your own body. Hemorrhoids are a problem at this point, and so that's something that's uncomfortable, but I just want to be real and honest about the process here, and so I would recommend stool softeners and Tux pads. There you go. I will link some products below that have been helpful to me at this point. Also, rounding into the third trimester, I'm starting to collect some things for postpartum. This past week I got a labor and delivery gown that's just really pretty and soft and stretchy and comfy, and that's what I want for labor and then immediately postpartum, because it's so hard to fit into anything at the end. And then as soon as baby's born, you just need a lot of stretchy, comfortable clothes, because you won't fit back into your clothes right away. So I got one of those gowns that would just make me feel comfy and covered, and I also got a little swaddle and hat for baby boy that kind of goes with the colors in my gown, so I think that will be really cute for newborn pictures. And I've been nesting a lot. I think I talked about this in my last update. I've been decluttering the house and just trying to make space for the new baby, and it makes me feel a lot better to have a cleaner house, and it is a process. I feel like it helps to take one room at a time, or one drawer at a time, or a box, and declutter it, get rid of things that we're not using anymore, and making space for the new baby. I feel like it's way different than our first baby, where I didn't know what I would use, so I had all the things. And we had so much stuff, so much baby stuff, toys, clothes, and all that's great. But I do think I know more of what I'll actually use this time, so I'm going to be more minimalist with this next baby and just have the basics and essentials that we'll use and have some things ready for when he arrives. So it's exciting to think about him being here and what he'll be like. Like I mentioned, baby is super active at this point, and he's kicking a lot day and night, and he'll kick me on one side of my belly here, he'll kick me here, and then he'll punch me on this side. So I'm getting lots of movement and feel him moving around. I haven't been using the Doppler as much because I do feel so much movement that I haven't really felt the need to hear the heartbeat as much as I did earlier on in the pregnancy. It was nice just to have that for comfort and to know that he's doing well. I did have an appointment with my midwife scheduled for this week, but it got moved to next week. So next week I will have an update as far as weight and levels and things like that, measurements and how things are looking from her perspective, and then any advice that she has for me as we're planning for our home birth and just what to expect with that. It's a new adventure for us this time, so I'm looking into checklists for things to have around the house. I'm also asking friends who have had home births what their essentials are, what they would recommend, and so it's exciting. I hope that it will be a smooth process for labor, and that it will just be, you know, in the comfort of our own home. I feel like that will go a lot better than driving back and forth to a birth center and a hospital like last time. I am still planning to do a video of Adeline's birth story, and I would love to answer any questions that you have either about her birth or this pregnancy, the difference between the first and second pregnancy. So leave a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see in these pregnancy updates, these videos, because I do want it to be helpful for anyone else that is going through this process and this journey, maybe for the first time, or if you're expecting baby number 2 or whatever that looks like for you. Everybody's story is different, but this is just where we are, and I want to be able to document it. As far as baby names, we are still discussing baby names, and there are so many out there, it's really hard to decide, but it's harder to agree on one. So once my husband and I agree on a name, we'll probably announce it and everybody will know eventually. So we're looking at baby names, and I would appreciate any suggestions for baby boy names. I do like short one-syllable names, and I've been liking Wild West baby names. Classic, but still unique. So I would love to hear your suggestions on that. Any more symptoms? I've been taking my prenatal vitamins every day, and I think that's been helping. I'm still going to the chiropractor once a week to get adjusted, and I can feel an immediate difference and feel so much better after getting adjusted because everything is shifting around, and that really helps me to just stay flexible as much as possible at this point and be able to chase my toddler around. So I think that will also help me preparing my body to give birth, and I'm planning to keep doing that. So I've been having a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions pretty much every day. It's tightening in my belly, a lot of pressure on my ribs and my upper abdomen and part and the middle part of my belly. It hasn't been low pains yet like labor would be, so I'm not concerned about it, but they are getting stronger, and it does make me catch my breath, and sometimes I have to, you know, if I stand up too fast or something, it might make me have a contraction, and then, you know, sitting down or putting my feet up and resting usually helps them to go away. So they haven't been consistent like labor contractions. It's just my body gearing up to have another baby. So we have about 3 months left to go, and we're just excited and ready to meet our little guy when the time is right. But for now, he needs some more time to cook. He's only a little over 2 pounds, so we're gonna keep this bun in the oven as long as he needs to be there. One other update, we took some maternity family pictures this week, so I'll be putting those up on my Facebook and Instagram probably later this week. So if you're not following me already, I'd love for you to connect with me on Facebook and Instagram so you can see those pictures and updates and other things that I'm posting about the baby. And if you haven't subscribed to the videos already, you can subscribe here on YouTube and you'll be notified when I post a new one so you don't miss anything. I think that's it for this week, but next week I will be starting the 3rd trimester. I'll give you an update on how my appointment goes with the midwife, and I would love to answer any of your questions as well. So leave those in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!